We spent a month living in our car, but I told my kids it was an adventure to hide the ugly truth from them. One summer, my kids and I packed everything that fit into the back seat and trunk of the car before driving off from our home. I never wanted my kids to know we were now homeless, so I tried to make it sound like a secret game and told them we were playing as spies. But every morning, my daughter Ellen would ask if we could go back to our real house. My son Julius, on the other hand, was 8 and he was old enough to know something was wrong, yet somehow he knew to play along. But I knew we couldn't keep living here when Ellen woke up burning with fever. The heat inside the car was brutal that summer, and every night I worried it would make one of us sick. As she mumbled something about unicorns, I raided the car to find our old thermometer, and sure enough, her fever was high enough for her to be gone at any moment. The panic set in, and I sped down the highway to the nearest hospital. Once we got admitted to the emergency room, I sat on the chair rocking back and forth, praying they wouldn't ask many questions and find out that we were living out of the back of the car. I knew if anyone found out, I'd lose both of my kids. But as soon as the doctor walked in, a strong sense of peace washed over me. She started asking me about Ellen and Julius and how they were doing at school, and after about 15 minutes, she asked to speak to me in private right outside the room while a nurse stayed with the kids. That's when she took both my hands into hers and said, "From one mom to another, I want you to know I see the place you're in, and there is no shame." She then went on to tell me that she could tell we were living out of the car. Apparently, Julius had whispered it to her when I was busy with Ellen, and she wanted to help us. She knew of a shelter that her sister volunteered at, and they took very good care of single mothers with kids. She gave me their phone number, and we called them together, and they said they would have a room for us to stay in until I could get us back up on our feet. After we spent the night at the hospital and Ellen was back to being better, I cried in the car on our way to the shelter. Ellen was sleeping in the back seat, but Julius wrapped his arm around my neck and whispered, "It will be okay, Mommy. We'll find a new house soon," and I cried even harder. But this time, they were tears of relief. I pulled over into an empty lot and took Julius into my arms and thanked him for telling the doctor about our situation. I let my pride stop me from getting help, and he saved our family. After about a month in the shelter, I was able to land a receptionist job and get an apartment for our family. My kids and I are beyond happy, and I'm finally able to give them the home they deserve.